Hello, you guys. Welcome to Nene Lachey channel. I gotta get used to saying that because I'm gonna tell you guys something. I am just so I, I speak what's on my mind. But yo, what's good? Welcome me. I welcome you guys, my extended family. That's how I would like to present this as. Because again, in our quote, it take a village to raise a child. And it take a village to gain the knowledge you need to survive in this world. And right now, I've talked about, accountability. I've talked about healing. I've talked about, like just taking, just not like being truthful in in your life, you know? And one thing that I do want to talk about with my young men, my young women out there, and even for the older, is this. When the devil know your moves, he will try to find a way to cancel and block them. When the devil know where you're at, he will find you and make an example. He will promise you things that are not true. He will promise you a great life of abundance. But one thing that you have to do is turn your back on your own people. Now, being in the streets, being so fascinated with the streets at a young age, and I have to get real, real serious when I say this. They don't tell you the bad. They only tell you what they feel that they want you to hear. For example, when you join a gang, they don't tell you the missions you gotta go through and what you gotta do. And when they do, you're already knee deep into something that you didn't even think that you would be able to do or think to do. When you're drinking, right? This is something that's legal, right? They don't tell you read the fine print at the bottom. But what they would say is drink responsibly. They're not telling you that could be a cause of pregnancy defects, cancer, anything that's harmful to your body, and that liquor is a spirit because a spirit overtake you while you're drinking. Oh no. But they want that liquor to be sold and sold in all your hoods. Regular, you got the deli, in the New York, you got the deli, you got the liquor store, and you got the fried chicken spot. All three things that sell you sweets, that sell you things to break down your body, and it sells you a convenience that's not really a convenience. So I'll break this down to you in layman's terms. You see a lot of different communities that have different entities in the community, but if you look at their communities, they don't have us in their community. So I say this to say, in the hood you find a Chinese spot. In the hood you may find an Arab owning a corner store. In the hood you may find even an African or an Indian owning a chicken spot. But have you seen a black owned business in Chinatown? Have you seen a black owned business in the area where Spanish people reside? Have you seen a black owned business where Indians reside or any other race? No, you don't. And have you ever noticed the food that they feed you, they wouldn't touch or even eat? Bacon, one of them. A lot of these entities and people don't eat bacon, but they'll serve it to you. A lot of people don't eat fried chicken, but they'll serve it to you. A lot of people don't drink liquor, but they serve it to you because you are the consumer, Black person. You are the guinea pig, Black person. You are the heart, soul, the blood, tears, and sweat that this society needs to keep running. If you stop running and you die, you will be replaced, Black person. And I'm saying it like this to make a point. And the point is, when you know your worth and you know where you stand in life, you get rid of that type of behavior that comes your way. I will not be used. I will not be guinea pigged. I will not be used for my money and my resources that I need for me and my community. You take a stand and you stand on it. And the coonery must stop. People do anything for money. It's a desperation that they look for. They look for you to be desperate. They look for you to beg and be on your knees for a seat at a table that wasn't designed for you to sit at. I want for people to make their own tables and with the right people. Not with people that's in competition with you either. With people that actually want to see a change in the world, a change in society. Now, I'm expressing this because I feel like I'm misunderstood in a lot of different ways, because there's people that want the worst for me when all I ever did was want the best for them. Being a good person comes at its flaws. It comes with unappreciative people. It comes with entitled people. It comes with jealous people. It comes with people that feel like you're weak because you're so giving, when everybody should have a giving nature, especially when everybody came out and didn't have a dime. When you come from the bottom, it's so hard to realize your worth. You know, coming from Harlem, it's a competition of who's the flyest, who got more money, who's the biggest drug dealer, who's the top-notch hoe, who's the biggest and baddest gang member. It's a competition into who can remain king or queen of something. When all in all, other entities is looking and rubbing their hands like Birdman. They're looking at that as an opportunity to be like, oh, that's a flaw. They don't like they real hair. Let's sell them fake hair. Oh, they don't like the way they look. Oh, let's sell them makeup. Let's get them going with makeup. Now, me going on here with no makeup and no wig, y'all be looking at me, oh, this bum bitch, what's she talking about? So now look at me in society norms with a wig, with makeup. And you haven't seen your biggest entertainers or people do without all of this for a long period of time. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself if is that something that society placed on them? Or is that something to belong and be accepted? Or is that the natural thing to do because you're supposed to be professional, which is meaning you're supposed to have all this makeup on your face, have all these different wigs and styles on you, and that's the way to be. Now, you got some people where they do this because they like it. Like, for example, me, myself, and I like how makeup enhances my features. I like how sometimes certain wigs enhance my face. and features. But underneath all of this, I'm still beautiful and I still look at myself as such. Underneath all of this, there's no bleaching. There's no, oh, it's whatever. Oh, you know, my hair ain't beautiful enough. No, I have 4C hair. And my 4C hair is beautiful and it's growing, and I have it in a protective style so that I could grow some more. But a lot of people are not that honest. When you lift up this, you take off this, they're a person that's not only unrecognizable, but they look as hurt as, they are. They're hurt. They're hurt. They are misguided. They feel like they have to have this on every day to be accepted. They feel like they have to, be in a position of where this is the acceptance always. I can't come outside looking like whatever it is because people might judge me. People might laugh at me. People might taunt me. When I come outside of my door, I don't care. And it took me a long time to not care about what other people say because they're not in my life. They don't pay my bills. We don't have the same bank account. So how can I care about me stepping out a certain way and they stepping out a certain way? No, I'm me. It's either you deal with me in my bad and my worst times, or you deal with me in my worst, or you don't deal with me at all. You can't pick and choose when to deal with somebody. And for me, the ignorance of the hood, the ignorance of a lot of people need to stop. Because, for one, life isn't promised. 2, death is guaranteed to anybody in this life. 3, we all have blood running through our veins, and we're all breathing the same air. And we have someone to thank for that. God has been so good to me and in my life. He has gotten me through hurdles of hurt that I didn't think was possible to get through. He has shined a light on people that I wanted to stay in my life, but they wasn't no good for me. He has spared my life from potential deaths, from potential diseases, from jail. He has done so many things for my life. And I am so thankful to be 31 years old and able to express this. Because at 21, 20, I didn't think I was going to live this long. 16, I didn't think I was going to live this long. What made me think I wasn't going to live this long? Oh, maybe because some of my future entertainers and artists died when they was young. Or maybe because of the neighborhood that I grew up in, and I seen people dying around me, and drug addicts and people going to jail, that I think that was going to be my same future for me because I'm in the same environment. It's a lot of things that make a person believe that they are not worthy of living. And finding my purpose is finding the reason why I love to smile. What is my reason for being around people? What is my reason for the things that I do? And the reason is I've been through too much to go back. A lot of people would accept the old me only if it benefited them. So if I was drinking, drugging, smoking right now, the same people that's drinking, drugging, smoking right now will be the best of friends to me. If I was out every night, all calls an hour, I'm going to this person's house at 2, 3 in the morning to fulfill a sexual deed that I don't even need to fulfill. If I was on that same type of time right now, them same people would be around me right now. You are the change that you want to see in the world. You are that shining light that people need to see in order to be heard. That phrase of a child is to be seen and not heard. No, honey. A child needs to be seen and need to be heard and need to be understood. And as we are the child of God, which he makes no mistakes, it shows that a lot of people's faith is lacking. And my faith has gotten stronger over the years based off of the things that I've gotten through. I had to go through the bear cave 1,000,001 times to understand certain situations, and I bumped my head hard, because I didn't listen. I didn't take heed. I didn't understand the warnings people was giving to me because I was so deep in myself and what I wanted and how I wanted things that it took away from the lesson that I could have learned. You don't have to go through what other people go through just to live life. You can learn from other people's experiences and learn that I cannot go through that. I don't have to go through that to understand that. I got that from my father. Me and my father love him to death. You hear me? And God rest his soul. But the lessons that he has taught me over the years and the things that he have shown me over the years, I see it now as a running playbook. I keep everything stored in my mind so that when I see it again, I understand the message. I understand why things happen the way they do and why I act the way that I act and why I decide to move how I move as a 31-year-old woman. So right now, I stay out the way. I see a fight in the club. I ain't standing there watching. I'm out of there. I see a situation that's turning for the worse and I can feel that energy. I'm off it. I can feel when a person is intimidated and I can feel when a person is not intimidated of me. I could walk into a room now and I can feel the room's energy and if I want to be bothered with it or if I don't. I'm more secure in myself knowing that I'm making better decisions as far as partner-wise because they're not picking me, I'm picking them. It took a long time for this. So for the women and men out there that feel like you're alone and battling demons by yourself, you're not. Everybody got them. If you was to sit down and have a conversation with an older person about any topic, it will amaze you how much they know and how much they've been through and how much strength it took for them to get to the age they are. Some people use their age as, oh, I'm older and I'm this, that, and third. But it's not of goodwill. They're older, yes, but their maturity lacks of an older, wiser person. They're older, but acting younger. So sometimes you can't depend on that age gap to be like, oh, this is the person I need to follow, or I need to understand, or I need to, take after. No. Wise people will show you experience without being forceful. They will show you things if you just listen and learn. It shouldn't take a stranger to tell you something that your parents been telling you for years because something got to click. Or maybe you got to go into them bad situations to learn. But why does it take that? The millennial generation, we have a lot of problems, but we need to heal from them so that we can be the leading example for the next generation and next generation after that. We can't let society put our people in a box and not let our people free to explore, free to learn, free to make mistakes, but at the same time, be positive role models. So I'm just going to leave that with a note of Be good to others so people can be good to you. I'm out of here.